fact, the capital until 1927. It's wrapped around the Yarra River and it takes full advantage of the spectacular views offered by the river. It's lined with museums, art galleries and restaurants. Really beautiful. So stay tuned for some more action down under.
Hello and welcome to Treasure Hunt, the show where our contestants have to unravel 5 cryptic clues to find our hidden treasure and win themselves up to £2,000. Now, this is a special series of Treasure Hunt with all our programmes coming from around the world. And today, our Skyrunner, Suzi, is in Australia, in Melbourne, to be more precise. It's all right for some, isn't it? Melbourne is the capital of the state of Victoria. It was first settled by Europeans in the 1830s and was named after the then British Prime Minister, Lord Melbourne. Today, Melbourne is seen as a multicultural centre, famous for the arts, its cuisine and, of course, sport. And warming up on the touchlines today are our 2 contestants ready for the kick-off. They are Julia Gray and Chris Jones. Hello to you both.
Hello. Hi.
Now, how have you 2 got together to play Treasure Hunt?
We work together. We work for a dairy company. So I'm the IT manager. Julia is the financial analyst, or senior financial analyst.
Do you have a good working relationship?
Most of the time.
Yeah, I think so.
And you enjoy puzzles and things like that. You're a Mensa man.
Yes, yeah, that's good when we only get past clue 1. Yes, no, I'm into competitions and puzzles and things, so this is good, yeah, it's good exercise.
And have you ever won anything?
Yeah, I've won a cruise around Tahiti a few years ago, which was nice. Just won some tickets to the BAFTAs, which was also quite nice. So, yeah, a couple of things.
And what about you, Julia? Have you got a puzzling background?
Not really. I'm not really the competition whiz of the 2 of us, although I enjoy mental puzzles and logic puzzles and things occasionally, crosswords, the odd bits and pieces. But
And I'm expecting you to adopt the lotus position at some point during the evening.
I do,
You like a bit of yoga.
I do like a bit of yoga. It's very good, actually. It's very stress relieving and it's good for flexibility and just generally fitness, and it's nice to get away from the office and do something that's a little bit more relaxing.
Well, let's do our very best to get you to solve all 5 clues, hopefully, tonight. And to help you along the way, let me tell you, you've got all these reference books here, everything from the Penguin Television Companion there with Ricky Tomlinson from the Royal Family. I don't know if he's going to be any use to us tonight. And behind you, there are books about Australia and about Melbourne, and more specifically on the shelf below there, tourist guides to the Melbourne area. They may well be of some use today. We also have the computer there with a CD-ROM on it. May throw up 1 or 2 facts that may help you solve a clue or 2. And remember, you've got 40 minutes all told to solve these 5 clues, so time is of the essence. You mustn't hang around. And we stop the clock after clue 1 and once again after clue 3. After that, it's hell for leather.
Okay.
So are you feeling confident?
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Well,
Definitely.
best of luck to you both.
We are.
Let's find out where Suzi is.
Well, I'm in Albert Park, which is sort of southern Melbourne, really, just south of the business area that you can see behind me. So have a look for me on your map and I'll tell you a little bit about
OK,
the
we're going to
park.
switch on our map here, Suzi. Just
OK.
fill us in a bit more about it.
All right, well, Albert Park, for about 11 and a half months every year, it's just a normal park, people jogging and kids playing in the park. And then for just a few days every year, it turns into the home of the Australian Grand Prix. And everybody goes nuts here for Formula One. You'll have seen it on the telly. It looks a real spectacle. Of course, Melburnians, they are nuts about sport. It's home to Aussie rules football, cricket, less said about the cricket the better, I think.
Too true.
Absolutely, yeah. The Melbourne Cup, of course, is here. And also my favourite, the tennis and the World Superbikes.
OK,
So
well,
it's
we're going to try and
sporting
find you here then, Suzi. Albert Park, you say, the south of the city.
Have you got me?
Come and have a look there. Chris, Julie, where do you think?
It's just north of St Kilda area.
Right, St Kilda we've
So
got.
it's going to be here somewhere. Here we go.
You
It's
got me?
Albert Park.
Yeah,
There
we got
go.
you. We're just planting our model helicopter right on Albert Park, and we're ready to rock, aren't we? Let's. Should we start with the first clue?
Absolutely. Good luck.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Let's start the clock.
OK.
Off we go. The CBD is your goal, sort of, for Jagger's screen debut. At his visage, go right up, but don't get hung up about it. There we are. The CBD is your goal, sort of, for Jagger's screen debut. At his visage, go right up, but don't get hung up about it. What are we thinking here?
OK, well, while they have a little look at that first clue, I'd like to tell you that
like that.
we've got
CBD.
a new pilot for you today. Pilot's called John, who's in the Navy, with Keith, actually, who's our English pilot, of course. And on camera today, we've got Warwick and Rick on sound, who are trying to keep up desperately. Come on, chaps. Let's get in.
Area, isn't it?
Yes, the main business area here.
Susie, we think CBD stands for Central Business District. Do you have any local knowledge on that?
Well, that's what I was just standing in front of, the business district.
Ah.
So, but I'm on the other side of the park right now. So I'm south of there.
So do you want her to fly north?
Yeah, I think so.
Towards
Yeah,
that?
she can head towards that.
Towards the business district, if you can.
Towards the business
We need to look at
district.
Jagger
Can
would
we
be
go
with
towards
Jagger,
the business
wouldn't it?
district, please, John? Thank
We've
you.
got a
Jagger,
film.
I think, somewhere.
Right, well,
Who's who in the
Book here,
movies?
movies, all that, right.
So let's have a look for Mick Jagger.
let's have a look, see if we can see anything
Jagger,
about
What might
Jagger.
his connection be?
business district.
I don't
His
know.
film, the screen debut, I think
So
maybe
we
a
need his
reference to the film,
first-
his
his first
first
film.
film.
His first film, right?
So let's have a look and see what he did.
CBD is your goal, sort
Jagger
of.
Mick. Heavy-faced British pop idol whose film career didn't get off.
Heavy-faced?
Heavy-faced, I'm afraid. Sorry,
Rude
Mick.
about our makeup.
Has his own production
We're just
company.
flying over the park, so to my left-hand side, to the
Where's
west
this
of
film?
where I
Here
am,
we go, Ned
is
Kelly.
the park.
Ned Kelly was his 69.
In 1969, seems to be his
Right.
earliest one,
Oh,
Ned
there's
Kelly.
What about Ned Kelly? then? Tell
Yeah,
me.
Ned Kelly.
What do you know about
There's
Ned
a new.
Kelly?
I think there's a new film out, isn't there, about Ned Kelly?
Is there? Well, that's
Is there?
good
Or a
news.
play or something here.
Okay,
Right.
so is there a theatre or a film house or something nearby?
Yeah, there doesn't look like there's anything else there that's relevant.
Okay,
Criminal.
so, but
Okay.
where
So-
might that
so
link
the-
be? You think
so
a
it's-
Well,
cinema or a
if it's a
theatre?
criminal and it's a film debut, that's going to be a
Screen
reference
debut.
possibly to...
Is there anything more
Do we need
about
to look at the
Ned
film
Kelly?
on-
Get-
See if we can find something in these Australian guidebooks. Might be
Okay,
something more about
Julia.
Ned Kelly.
Yes,
John, have
yes,
a look.
Susie, I can hear you.
I'm just hovering pretty much around the business district. Where would you want me to land?
Sorry, Susie, I couldn't hear you. Could you say
You're
that
heading
again?
for the business district, are you, Susie?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's obviously quite large, so I need to know where exactly you want me to
The
land.
CBD is your goal, sort of. Now, what do you think the sort
Sort
of
of,
in
so not
brackets
exactly.
means for Jagger's screen?
So I wonder where we could land around here.
I think it's probably a building on the outskirts of there, but there may be somewhere she can land close
Okay.
by there, and then she may have to...
Well, we need to work on more connections with
I've lost my clue.
Ned Kelly, if that's
My clue's blown
certainly
off in
what
the
it
wind.
is.
So that. Oh no, it's here. It's here. I've got it.
City centre.
Bit breezy. In terms of conditions
Ned
today
Kelly,
for flying, it's perfect really. It is a bit windy, as you can see, but
I
sunny,
think the
about
reference,
60 degrees.
The reference here
So
about
that's
getting
good.
hung up, maybe the place where his execution took place. I think that
Okay,
may be a
Something on
clue.
Melbourne
Yeah.
jail. I don't
Really,
know
is it
whether...
a hanky
Right, jail. Why would...
square or something?
If he was a
Chris went to
criminal,
jail,
maybe
right,
if he was a
obviously.
criminal, possibly he was...
And would this
If he
relate
was
to...
executed or he was hung, this is going to be possibly the area, the point
Maybe
of his
the-
Okay,
Yeah.
let's ask Susie. We're thinking about the old jail or something like that, Susie.
A jail. Oh, there is a jail here. I've seen it signposted. Let me have a look on here.
Can you land near
Yes,
there?
is it possible to fly there and land nearby?
Or land on it, or near it, or a
In the-
building
what-
nearby?
Near the jail. Near the jail. Let's have a look. Is that...
Yeah,
John,
yeah,
is that
goal
an old
is
jail
kind of
down there?
jail rearranged.
Jail
Just
mixed
look down
up,
there,
right.
you
Yeah.
can see that. Yes,
Right,
there
so
is.
yes, Susie-
We're over the old jail. Do you want me
Can
to
you-
land near
We
the
are.
jail?
We're narrowing it
please,
down
yeah.
to the jail. The CBD is your goal or jail for Jagger's screen debut. That's
And we
Ned
want to
Kelly.
see when Ned
I'm
Kelly,
just trying to
when
find
Ned
something.
Kelly's
There was a map.
execution
Is there
point
anything about
was.
Ned Kelly?
Do you
in
know what? I
there?
think
Is there
I'm
anything
actually
there?
hearing a taxi company more than London at the moment.
Here we go. This is
Oh, it is,
Ned
there you go.
Kelly's armour pistol and death mask.
Are in the jail,
So
in
he
the old
was
wing.
executed in the old wing. Susie, we think it's in the old wing in the jail.
What do you want me to land then?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes,
yeah.
please,
Sure,
definitely.
definitely.
You
Yeah.
It's definitely the old jail.
Do you want me to
Susie, land at the old jail if you
Yeah.
can.
land at the old jail? Yes,
And
please,
it's the
John,
old
thank
wing
you.
of the old jail.
I found it here. The old Melbourne jail.
That's
Susie,
it.
it's near the university, the RMIT University. There we are.
So, okay, so I'm landing
Where you
at the old
land
jail.
At the old jail.
In about a minute, I reckon.
A minute. Great stuff.
And then where do I go when I've landed at the jail?
In the jail is Ned Kelly's death mask, which could be his face from the visage.
The visage, at his visage, go right up, but don't get
There's
hung up
always
about.
death in this programme.
Yes.
Always. It's always morbid.
Indeed, yes. So we've got his death mask and his armour and things there.
Yes, his armour weighed 47 kilograms. He thought it made him invincible when the police came to arrest him.
I wouldn't
Here.
fancy carrying that round.
The remains of the original jail is a section of the ironstone boundary wall, so it's
Now
part of
the
the
garage.
south wall of the police garage. So we think that
definitely
may be
old
the
wing, I
original,
think.
the old wing of the jail.
It's not
Right,
that.
the old wing. Is there anything more about?
So I'm going to
Probably got the
go to
relevant.
the jail and look for Ned Kelly's death mask.
Yes, that's right. If you
correct?
can go and have a look at his...
We think it's near
head
there.
towards his death mask.
That's the visage reference. Go
Yes.
right up.
Yeah.
But
Don't get hung up. It's
about
not the
it.
death mask. It's near there, and I think it may be in the boundary wall. The remains of the original jail are close to the
Maybe
boundary
in
wall.
the boundary wall.
Boundary wall. What is there? Is that the actual old gallows
It's
or
the
something like that?
old ironstone boundary wall.
Well, let's find the visage
that's
first
it.
of all.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking.
Looking for him now.
Do you know, just reading here, his
boundary
mother was
wall.
in the same jail at the time he was executed, so perhaps she was one of the last people to see him alive.
Hello? Do you know where Ned Kelly's death mask is? Through there? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Right, let's go in, boys.
Okay, she's there. She's there.
Hello there.
Hello, hi.
How are you
I
doing?
think she's found somebody
No,
there
she
who's
was-
near the death
Good,
mask.
Not speaking to you, Chris, she finds people and
Looking
shouts
for
at
Ned
them.
Kelly's death mask.
Okay, just go through there.
Round here, what's your name?
Eleanor.
Thank you, Eleanor. Through here, boys. It's dark in here.
Is there a death mask, or is there an old iron
his
piece of
armour.
armour, or
Right,
somewhere
the
where he
armour
was
that
executed?
he wore one of these huge helmets with slits in it, which could also refer to the visage, couldn't it?
Have you seen Ned Kelly's death mask in here?
Ned Kelly's death mask?
Yeah, have you seen
Are
it?
you allowed to ask questions?
Yes, I'm asking you one.
Well, there's one.
Ask him to take you there.
Yes, get him
Thank
to
you very
take you
much.
there.
Bless you.
Susie, you
Thank
could be Australian, you're so direct.
He wasn't going to tell me.
Tell him he has to.
It's here. Oh,
Remember,
Right, I found
remember
it,
this
I found it, I
last
found the
bit of the
death
clue, but
mask.
don't get hung up about it. You were thinking, Julia, weren't
I
you?
thought it was the
gallows,
the place
of
where he was
Where is it?
executed. I think it was the place where possibly where Ned
The
Kelly was
gallows,
executed.
the gallows have been relocated to the south transept of the octagon. There's an octagon, an
gallows.
octagonal room, it
Gallows.
looks like.
in the middle of the jail.
In
Perhaps
the
you've got a
middle
map
of the
here.
jail.
Oh, there we are.
There's the octagonal room, which is
where are the gallows? Have you seen them?
It looks
I
like
think
they're
we need the
relocated
gallows.
to... yeah.
On the next floor.
Next floor.
Can you go up?
Right, quick, upstairs.
Upstairs.
Okay, can you run up, Susie? Can you run?
I'm running.
136 people were
And-
hanged in this
Here.
jail over the years.
Oh, right, noose.
Is there a noose or where they were hung, or
Look, am I looking? Where am I? Can I go in here?
what can you see, Susie? Tell us what's in the
I'm
room.
by a noose.
Is there a
And
clue
there
or
is a
anything
noose.
near the noose?
Well, don't get hung up about it. Something nearby.
Yeah.
Or something?
I've got
Is
my
there
stunner
a
in
plaque
case
on
it
the wall or
opens.
reference to the 136 people that were hung there?
Here. Got it, I've got it. Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Well done, Susie.
Thank you.
Oh,
Where was it, Susie?
I'm not standing there because someone might open the trap door.
Okay.
It was behind the sort of armoured, an armoured kind of, I don't know what you call that,
Sort of
actually.
body armour. Is it?
Yes, like body
Oh, they have
armour.
that on display, do they? The great
Yes, have
clunky.
you
What
have
was
you
I
got a
saying? It
picture
weighed
of that?
47
Yeah,
kilos.
we've got a picture of his armour in the book here, next to his death
Right,
mask.
That's exactly where it was.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Well done.
Anyway, well done.
Now, let me tell you, you've won £100.
Excellent.
Excellent.
It's a good start.
It
You've
is.
got
Start.
it. What's not so great about the start is you're 2.25 minutes behind.
Oh, we'll make it up.
Oh, confidence. Glad to hear it.
Fine.
Glad to hear it. And remember, we won't be stopping the clock again until after clue number 3. Now, Susie, I know you moved just outside the jail, haven't you? Can you read out clue number 2 for us? Let's start the clock.
Here is your clue number 2. Southeaster Park at the Backward Array, home to aerial ping pong. Past the Don and sat near the fence. You are hit for...
Ah, just waiting for you to finish. I see what you
That's
mean.
it, that's
SE
it.
to Park at the
That's
Backward
it.
Array, home
Right,
to
okay, so
aerial ping pong.
southeast.
Past the
South-
Dawn
Yeah.
and sat near the
Southeast.
fence, you are hit for dash dash. There are 2 blanks.
Let's go back to the helicopter, okay.
Back would be Yarra, presumably.
Okay.
Have we got
Yeah.
anything Yarra,
So Yarra
southeast?
Park. Yarra, there's.
Right, Susie,
Okay.
get her moving quickly. You've got to get this time back.
Which direction? Any get chance?
Southeast, Susie.
Susie, fly southeast
Southeast, please, John.
towards the Yarra River. It's
Which
the big
part?
river is southeast,
Yeah.
and we're heading towards, towards Melbourne Park, southeast to the park,
Yeah.
the Yarra River.
At the back.
Southeast
So-
towards the Yarra River, Melbourne Park, maybe. Thank you. Right, we're taking off in that direction for you, so well done for giving us that one straight away.
Okay, the cricket.
What's aerial ping pong?
That's
This is
a
what
good
we're
question.
working on,
That's
Susie.
a good
Any
question.
ideas?
I think it may be a reference to a sport they play in the park. Or,
Well,
yeah.
I know in Aussie vernacular they have some rather nice turns of phrases, don't they? Especially for us Poms.
Aerial ping pong. What's
I
that?
don't know.
It's
So
a
there's
South
anything
African.
here.
Is it a slang? Do you think
I'm
that might
just
be a slang
looking up whether it
reference?
might be.
Oh, you've got a what have you got there?
I've got the
Aussie
Aussie
slang.
slang
The
word.
Aussie slang. Look up aerial.
Aerial
Working on
ping
aerial
pong
ping pong.
is the name given to
pass the
Australian
Don.
rules football by supporters, so it's Australian
Near the
rules
fence,
football.
you
Ah.
are hit for-
Right.
So we're looking to the home of Australian rules football. So it's a football park of some sort.
It's going to be somewhere in here. There's
where they
the-
would play Australian
Where would they
rules
play?
football.
Susie,
Yes, I'm struggling to hear you, but what
did you
have
get
got
that?
so far?
Aerial ping pong is slang in Australia for Aussie rules football, the one they play with the rugby-shaped
Aussie rules
ball
football.
and
Anything on the Olympic
kicking around.
card
a
or
lot.
something?
So we want to know where they play it. Any ideas there? You were mentioning
Near the
all the
fence.
myriad sports that they do play there
Sporting,
in
there's
your
some big
introduction. weren't you?
sporting arenas, isn't there?
In Melbourne Park, there are 3 show courts, and there's an arena, and there's the Vodafone Arena. It could be one of those. We're just going to try and find out which one they
Right.
play Aussie
Well,
rules
you've-
football in.
You've got, well, it's the Rod Laver's obviously going to be tennis, isn't it, clearly?
10 out of 10, Susie.
Very good.
Thank you. So that's the big sort of tennis centre, Vodafone Arena.
Vodafone Arena.
Is that the arena?
That could be it.
Let's have a look.
Arena? Do they don't...
No, it's not big enough. The thing that I remember, I've seen an Aussie rules game in this country. They played it at the Oval,
Is
at
that
the
it?
cricket ground in
Australian
Kennington.
rules.
They I think they use the cricket
Well,
pitches
I'll
as
tell
well.
you what I can see right now is that...
The Melbourne Cricket Ground is just north. It's here. Do you think it's
just
this one
flying
here?
over...
Well, they do.
it might
They
be
do
this-
play it on an oval
That's
pitch.
Melbourne Cricket Ground. I think Warwick's showing you the cricket ground there, the circular cricket
I
ground.
think you need to head there, Susie, if you can.
It's the only
I
ground
am
big
there,
enough for an
Julia,
Aussie rules
I'm
game.
hovering
Should we leave
over
the
there.
helicopter?
Can you
I
land
don't
in
know,
it?
I am.
Can you land in the cricket ground, Susie?
Can we land, please? Thank you.
got her
We're
right
going to
in
land.
the-
Right, let's work on the rest of this. Past
Okay.
the Don and sat near the fence, you are hit for dash dash. Past the Don. Who
There
is the
below
Don?
me, you've got the
What
tennis
is the
courts.
Don?
Obviously, you have the Grand Slam is played here at Melbourne. That's earlier in the year, though, towards the end of January. That's already been and gone.
Don, do you think it's Don Bradman?
Don Bradman.
Don was
Don
Don
Bradman,
Bradman,
yeah,
Australian
Don
Test
Bradman's-
cricketer.
Don.
Okay. Is
Past the
there
Don.
Don.
looking
So is there a
for-
statue of Don Bradman or something like that you might be looking for,
nominated.
Susie?
I'm looking for a statue of Don Bradman.
Don Bradman had a test average, believe
Don
it or not, of
Bradman.
99.94.
anything?
Nearly 100.
Right. Okay.
Incredible
So we're
cricket,
just
incredible record.
So we think there's...
we're just landing now. Where do I have to go to when I'm landing then?
Find the statue
Find the statue of Don
Don
Bradman.
Bradman, and near the fence, and
So
sat
into
near the
the-
fence is a seat. Is there a seat behind him or some benches?
And you are hit for dash dash.
Dash, dash, hit for a
So you want me
six.
to?
Hit for six.
I'm in the park,
Yeah.
Julia. Chris and Julia.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can.
We can hear you.
Right, I'm just landing now. Now, do I have to go into the park to find the statue,
We think somewhere on
or into the cricket ground?
into the cricket ground. In the cricket
Into the
ground
cricket,
is going to
right,
be a
okay.
statue of the Dons.
Let's just see if there's anything.
I know,
And there they are.
right in the
There's a
middle.
picture of them playing Aussie rules there. You are in the right place.
You're in the right place, Susie. We're looking for the statue of Don Bradman.
Well, yeah, statue, memorial, photographs,
There is a
whatever.
Cricket Hall of Fame inside the...
That could be.
Would it be that?
In the Hall of Fame, is this the statue of Don
Well, I don't
Bradman?
know.
Hall of
Australian
Fame,
Cricket
right?
Hall
Is that
of Fame.
running into the cricket ground? Are you coming, boys?
Well, now remember, Julie, you were saying sat
Right,
near
it's
the
massive.
fence.
Gallery.
We
Is it,
think
is it
the
say
pitch,
gallery?
the
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah.
Australian
We think it's on
Gallery
there.
of Sport.
But it's a big pitch.
Yeah.
You were hit
So-
for...
Is it 4? Is
How
it
do I get through?
cricket?
Four.
It's either 4,
They're
6
all
is boundary.
For
Is it
six,
for boundary
usually.
All
or
the
is it
seats
for the
have
fence?
numbers.
It's a boundary.
Yeah, boundary, so...
It's,
How do
so
I
near
get
the
in?
fence is going to be...
So we're
you
getting
were hit for
through here.
6, you were saying. But
Do you
what's
think
the
it's a-
dash? I mean, if this is any... it's
No.
a small dash, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Can't get in.
A6.
Hit for a 6.
A6.
Hit
Seat,
for a 6.
seat A6.
You think so?
Oh,
It's
it could
row
be,
A6.
yeah, row
We think-
A6.
Okay.
Row is-
All right,
yeah.
Susie, we think you need to go into the stand and find seat A6.
On the boundary.
Into the stand.
Yep. On the boundary, somewhere on the boundary.
Yeah,
of the
right on
cricket
the edge of the-
pitch.
of
If you
the-
can find the seats near the boundary.
The corner entrance. Can I get in through here,
You can
please?
just get onto the pitch, Susie. Find the front
Can I get into
row,
the
and
pitch?
we were guessing seat A6.
Thank you. Right, no, so tell me again.
Can you find the seating areas? Can you go to seat A6? Maybe the main stand or the grandstand. There's some seating there.
Yes, well, I think it's front row. That's where, you know, if
It's
it...
the front row. It's going to be right near the front. Is there anybody
Are you
there?
still with me? Let's get... Right, I'm on
A.
the pitch. I'm on the pitch.
A6.
Yeah.
A6.
Yeah.
A6.
You found
A,
it?
hang on. A... Come on, you two.
A6. Well, we
94 now.
That's
No
not
good.
No,
what you think.
we're running
A6
with
is going to
you.
be this way.
Yeah, we're
Come on,
mentally running,
Susie.
Susie.
A6.
Find seat
A6.
A6. Find it for us.
Rip it out.
Yes.
Hang on.
Bring it back.
Bring it
Souvenir.
back, yeah.
And is the clue, is it on the seat or on the back of the seat or under the seat?
A5, A6.
I don't think England were
A6.
hitting any balls into that row.
Got it, I've got it.
Oh, great. Right, read it out.
Done.
We've got to
Got it,
move
got it,
quickly.
got
I'll
Okay.
tell you in a minute how we're doing for time. Right, we've got to move straight
Okay,
on.
right, here we
to
go.
Susie. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
At a Beagle captain's area, which replaced Finisterre, two chefs endeavoured to move house. What's in the dirty box?
At a Beagle captain's area, which replaced Finisterre, two chefs
Oh,
endeavoured
ditty
to move
box.
house. What's in the ditty box? Susie,
Sorry,
if you can
that was a
get
bit
back
of
to
a
the
faux
helicopter
pas,
as quickly as
wasn't
possible.
Area.
Yep, okay, I'm going back to the helicopter.
Okay, at a Beagle captain's area.
Right, let's look
what do we
at
think?
Something to
that.
do with Cook, possibly.
What,
Okay,
Captain
let's look
Cook?
up
It's
Captain
possible.
Cook.
What, the ship?
The ship is the
Okay,
Beagle, I
Beagle's
think.
Captain.
Okay, the Beagle captain's area.
Right, you think it's to do with
Right.
Captain Cook?
How do we get out?
The Beagle.
Here.
Who's the Beagle? Is the Beagle the name of a
I
ship?
thought that was the name of the ship.
You think the Beagle
Listen,
might
while
be
you're
the name
working
of
on that, I've got some good news for you on the time.
Right,
I'm
Do
gonna
you know,
look up
you're
Beagle
125 ahead.
Oh,
You've
thank
made
God
back
for
all
that.
that
Thank
time
you
because you
very
solved that
much.
so quickly. You got Susie to the
That's
clue.
Susie's running for
Chris,
us.
Let's
can you
keep it
check
going.
Yeah.
the Beagle for me, please?
Beagle, B-E-A-G-L-E.
The
Okay.
Beagle.
The Beagle.
You think this is the name of a ship, the
I
captain
think
of
it's
the
maybe
ship?
a ship.
Then you've got
and
Captain
it's
Cook
Captain
there,
Cook's
right?
I've
ship.
got Captain
Was
Cook.
that his
Where did
ship?
we get
That's
in?
what we're just trying to find now,
This way, wasn't it?
which would be the port, presumably.
Susie, how are you
There's a
doing?
Beagle Channel, but I don't know if
Rubbish.
this is in Australia at all.
Down
Let me just
here.
look for this for you.
Remember, we've got to
I'm a
get
bit
Susie back to a helicopter as well.
The Beagle was a ship. I think it was used by Charles Darwin.
Darwin. Okay.
Is that
Well,
the
he-
HMS Beagle? The HMS
Yeah.
Beagle. It was the.
Okay, Charles Darwin, but he obviously wasn't the captain
Come
of it,
on!
was he?
It's the end.
Ha, ha, ha. Right, I'm nearly back at the heli.
Okay, Susie, we're
Where
looking
am I
for
going?
Beagle captain's area. We need to know the name of the captain of the Beagle.
Yes, it is.
He was on it.
I think it's in
Charles Darwin, but he
1845.
wasn't
The Beagle was
sailing
stripped of
it.
its mast and moored. It's moored in the Essex marshes for use by the Coast Guard Service as a watch station against smugglers.
It's in Essex.
Right.
It's not much good to us now. I don't think we'll send Susie there.
Okay, on the coast of Australia,
Which
Port Darwin, including
okay.
Port. Was it Port
Where are
Darwin?
you
for a
sending me?
while?
A Beagle captain's area which replaced Finisterre. What are we thinking about this? Finisterre,
Right, just back at the heli.
famously part of the shipping forecast, wasn't it? Dogger,
Yes.
Fisher, German bite, all that. Any thoughts, Chris, on
Where should I fly
Finisterre?
to?
I'm just sort of seeing if there's anything referring to
Julia,
it.
maybe
anyway.
you ought to look up Finisterre on the CD-ROM
Okay.
as well.
Up to here.
At a Beagle
Julia,
captain's
Chris.
area.
Yes, hello.
Where should I fly to?
That's a good question.
Could you spell that for me, Dermot, please, again? Dermot, could you spell Finisterre out for me, please?
F-I-N-I-S-T-E-R-R-E.
Yes,
Tell
please.
me.
Yes, thank you.
F-I-N-I-S-T-E-R-R-E.
No then.
Ditty
Woo.
box.
Which replaced
Got a bit confusing
Finisterre.
there.
It's nothing.
So, there's the cricket ground.
All right, you...
Let's have a look at the. Let's have a
anything
look
on
at the
Finisterre?
quality of the green.
No, it's just coming up. I think I've
Flicking through this
I think
book
I've
about Melbourne, I
spelt it
can, of
wrong
course,
again.
tell you which we
Tell
all
me the
know that,
spelling. Sorry, Dermot, the spelling again of that.
F-I-N-I-S-T-E-R-R-E.
Sorry, that's lovely.
Finisterre.
Thank you.
Melbourne is, of course, the home to Neighbours, isn't it?
Finisterre
Yes.
I think
range.
should drop into Ramsey Street, or maybe we haven't time.
Well, yes. Maybe a bit later. Don't see anything in any of those.
Now I'm hovering over the
Finisterre.
Rod Laver Arena, guys. Any idea of where you want me to go to? There you go, down there. That's the big tennis arena.
Maritime.
And then just to the right hand
Finisterre's
side
a
of
mountain
that
range, it's saying.
is the Yarra River, and this is the river that
Finisterre
runs
range
all the way
reaching
through
elevation.
Melbourne. Melbourne's a very beautiful city. You can
bounded
see
with
probably a
great
little bit
depression.
that's over there
I don't think it's
to the
We
left-hand
need to
side.
find
Warwick
the
can hear
Beagle.
me. It's
Who
quite
is the
green,
captain of the Beagle?
very pretty.
I think it was Darwin.
Darwin, we established that Darwin was on it. As a
so
scientist, he was unlikely to have captained
Two
it.
chefs endeavoured to move house.
Very pretty, and lots of seasons in one day. It's very famous for people saying 5 seasons in one day. Sometimes it's 5 seasons in 5 minutes here in Melbourne. But today we're very lucky and it's good. Right, let's see what they're doing in the studio. Any closer, chaps?
We're working on the captain of the Beagle, which is stumping us a little bit here. We know that Charles Darwin used it for his scientific research, but clearly he was sailed there by a captain of some description, which presumably is going to give us a name of an area.
You're working on the captain of the Beagle.
Is there anything? We already, Chris, you already came up with Captain Cook as well, all these famous sailors
Robert
that came
Fitzroy was the captain.
Ah, what's that, Fitzroy?
Robert Fitzroy. So is there Fitzroy Street or something?
OK, I've got a biographical
Okay, so where's
dictionary
that
here. Let's
from
have a
there?
look.
Do we know where Fitzroy Street is on the map?
Let's have a look for Fitzroy.
I thought I saw Fitzroy Street earlier.
Fitzroy Gardens. Well
Fitzroy
done,
Gardens.
We've got Cook's Cottage there, and we think that maybe two chefs.
Two chefs, Cook.
Two chefs
Two
endeavoured,
chefs,
which is the
indeed.
Cooks. And we need to now find
And the
reference to
Endeavour,
the
which
ditty
was
box.
Captain Cook's
So,
ship. We've
do
got
you want
both
us to land at Fitzroy Gardens?
What's in the ditty box?
Yes, Susie, we do.
Julia?
We want you to go for
Yeah.
Fitzroy
Where's
Gardens,
that
and
Fitzroy
Julia
Gardens?
reckons two chefs
please, John.
refers to Cook's Cottage.
Yeah.
If you could find that in the gardens, a large gardens, reading here that it's actually laid out in the shape of a Union Jack. I don't know if you can tell that
When
from
I
the
land
air.
at Fitzroy Gardens,
You go
what do
south
you
on
want
the
me to
main
find?
path.
There is a
Pathway.
cottage
There's an
called
information.
Cook's Cottage. If you could find that, looks to me as if it's in the south.
Can't land here.
Oh, John, hang on. We've got a problem. Dermot, John says we can't land in the park. There's nowhere for us to land.
There's nowhere to land.
No.
Well, can you land wherever you can find and go and
Shall we
hijack
go
a car
back
and get
try
there?
and find another way to get there?
Can you land in the park? Can you land in the garden?
Yeah.
No, we can't land in the gardens. We need to go. We need
Back.
to get to the gardens. Can we go back and find a different way? Thank you.
Don't worry
we're
about it.
we're gonna
Susie
have
will
to
find a
some other
way.
of doing it.
Wherever she can. Come
I
hell or
have
high
the
water,
hijack
Susie will
car.
get there for us.
The ditty box.
Susie, wherever you land, it doesn't matter, but get some transport and get to that Cook's Cottage.
No, what's it called? The cottage?
It's called Cook's Cottage, named after Captain Cook.
Cook's Cottage.
Two
at
chefs
Fitzroy
endeavoured to
Park.
move house. That's the cottage, OK.
Yeah, that's the
What's in the
box.
ditty
And
box?
It's the ditty box in the cottage.
Sounds to me like more Aussie slang, doesn't it?
I
There's
think
a
you might be
mailbox.
right. Let's look up ditty.
I loved the first time I was ever in Australia. I love
Aussie
Australian
roll
slang
football.
when someone referred to me as a soap dodger. I heard Poms before, but that's pretty
And we've got to
self-evident,
find
pretty
another way
direct.
there. So, comedy stealing of lorries, or... Excellent, thank you. Come on, let's go. Oh, hang on. Look, wait for Rick.
Yes, this is the one.
There's a mailbox mentioned. It might be something to do with
Mailbox
that.
could be that.
There's a truck here. I'm going to hijack it.
Ask
Hang
him
on.
what. Ask him what.
There's a hire truck. Ask him what?
You're
Can you
getting a
ask him
truck.
what Australian slang for ditty is?
Hello. I'm good. How are you? What are you doing?
Yeah. Hope he's Australian, then he can ask him what a ditty box is.
What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian, can you help me? Because I'm in a real pickle. I need to get to Fitzroy Park. Fitzroy Park, is that what they said? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can take you there.
To the cottage.
Yeah, I know.
And can I ask you a question? Does this mean anything to you? Ditty box. Is that Australian for anything?
There's a post
We think
box
there might be
there.
a post box.
Is it another word for
cottage.
post box or something?
The cottage was actually shipped
No.
to
Well, can we jump in
Victoria.
if you're taking?
from
Fantastic,
Britain, re-erected
excellent.
in 19
Right, get in, chappity chaps.
So, Susie, just recap for us. How are you getting
Right,
there?
just to let you know, I've just headbutted the... Those were Rick's legs that you just saw run past camera then. Very nice too, Rick.
Can you find
We're
a
on our
post
way
box?
to the park.
Okay, are you in the park yet, Susie?
I'm in the back of a hire truck, and a nice boy called Adrian, who's waiting for his friend to come out. Who's not going to be here when his friend comes out. He's taking us to the park.
Okay, go into the main pathway and head towards Cook's Cottage, which is near the information centre.
Right, I told him to go to Crook's Cottage, and then when I get there, what am I looking for? Oh, not Crook's
It's
Cottage.
right in the
Crook's
middle. You need to
Cottage.
head up towards the middle section, and then it's just off to the left.
And, Susie, what
So-
did the truck used to transport?
Well,
Not
sheep
cattle truck or
probably.
something?
No, it's just a little. I don't know. It's like a little
Post box there.
truck.
I've not seen
You
it.
do
No,
find
but-
some wonderful
like a
modes of
little sort of-
transport.
It's like a little runaround truck.
OK, well, if you find this cook's cottage... I was just telling Chris and Julia that it is actually British.
The cottage.
No, we think there might be a post box, Susie, outside, but can you ask him what the Australian slang for ditty is? What does ditty mean?
What's a ditty
I don't
box?
know. What's a ditty box? I did ask Adrian, but he didn't seem to know. I'll ask somebody when I get there. Is that right?
Maybe somebody will
Should we
know.
try the dictionary?
Yeah, it's worth a go.
There we are, we've got a dictionary
Have a
there, you
look
never
in
know.
this one. This one, you think? In here. Have a look in here.
Straightforward dictionary.
Right, let's
Might
have
be
a
in
look
there.
in here.
What is a ditty box?
That's just what
And is there one in
Is there
Captain
one
Cook's
near there?
cottage?
Do I want to go into the cottage then?
We think so.
Or there may be a post
Two
box
chefs
outside.
endeavoured to move house. The house was moved there. I didn't realise that.
Tell me why? What's the idea about the post box then?
The ditty box, we think that's where the clue is. We think the clue is on the ditty box.
When you get to the house, we're trying to be more specific for you, Susie.
Oh, I see.
Give you
I see.
something to go straight for. The home, as I was saying, has been shipped there in its entirety from the UK. It says here, inside the cottage is set out with furniture which reflects the styles of homes in the north of England in the mid-1700s.
Oh, wow.
Dermot, it says
What
here
have you
that a
found?
ditty is a simple song, a little poem to be sung. It could be set to music, you think a little
Oh, I
ditty.
know that's a musical
A
box.
music
So is there a
box.
musical
Music
box?
box in the
Music
house,
box.
maybe.
A musical box in the house?
A music
Be
box
that.
in the
Good
house.
point.
Is there a musical
Yes.
box
Yeah,
or
I
a
think
music
so.
room, cook's music room, or...
Okay, well, I'm not there yet. As soon as I get there, I'll try and find out.
Do we
for
have
you.
anything? There's a
in the
picture.
house?
No,
This
there's
is-
a picture of the
Is this
room.
the house? What's there?
You see a
that might
music
be a
box?
music box.
I wonder if we're nearly there. We look like we're at the gardens.
OK.
Yeah, I think
This could be on the right-hand side. Yeah, Warwick. Do you think that might be over there?
Any idea
Yes,
where
we're
this
turning
cottage
right.
is?
We're turning right into Fitzroy Gardens now.
OK, and the cottage is near... Susie, it's near the information centre. There's an information centre at the south of the Fitzroy Gardens, and the cottage is near there.
Okay, Julia, I think Adrian, who's taking us, actually knows where it is because he seemed to be quite... Well, he seemed to know where he was going anyway. He's got us this far, so it's closer than we got in the helicopter, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
This might be it
Still in the
here,
truck, she's heading
maybe.
Actually, this
Just-
is drive fast. Incredible
That looks
British
like a little
influence
cottage. Oh,
in
no, the
this,
signpost says
Fitzroy
left,
Gardens. Not
actually.
only named
I can
after
see
the
a
Beagle
signpost
captain,
to the
got
left-hand
Captain Cook's
side.
cottage there. The gardens laid out in the shape of a Union Jack, and there's also, I'm reading here, a statue
So-
of Rabbie Burns here,
Wonder if we can get any
donated by the
closer. Yes,
citizens of Ayr.
Adrian, a bit closer. Hello, thank you. Always trying to stop us, the security man, but take no notice, it's fine.
There's no, keep going.
No, don't worry, don't worry,
Don't
I'll keep
stop.
it going. Don't panic, Chris.
Thank you.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. We are now near the cottage.
Are you near
We
the
can't go very
cottage? Are you near the
fast.
cottage, Susie?
Yes, and the security man's running up. Don't put the camera that
Just
way.
keep
Ignore
running
him,
away
he
from the
might go away.
security man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
keep
avoid
going.
him.
With the
Cottage.
park,
Take him with you. He may know where it
Stay off the
is.
grass.
Parky, yeah.
Right, that's it. Can we
You-
brilliant,
We get
thank
into the
you.
cottage.
Yes,
We
we're
think
here,
there's a
we're here.
music
Right.
box of some
Some
sort.
kind of
to say
musical
thank
box.
Ditty.
Bless you, thank you, you're a star.
And
You're
just-
right, chaps. Let's go in. There is a post box outside.
Might
You
get
don't mean to
get
look at
Ditty
that, do
reference
you?
to a music box,
Yeah.
Susie.
Hello.
If you can look for a music
good,
box
how are you?
or some kind of musical instrument or a radio
Hello.
or,
Well, I think it's from the 1700s, perhaps
Right.
not the steam
we thought,
wireless.
Oh,
one.
no.
you know,
Music,
some
oh, it's
chip
tiny.
communication or
Yeah.
something
Music
relating
box.
to cooks. Music or an old
Some
piano
sort of
or an
musical
old
box,
musical
yeah.
Something
instrument.
to do with music.
And inside
This
there.
might be it.
And the clues
What's
through
in the
there.
ditty box?
I've
What's
got
inside?
it!
Excellent!
OK, Susie,
Well
let's
done.
stop
Well
the
done.
clock.
I've got it.
Excellent.
Just, just describe for us where you found it, Susie.
Is this what sort of box is this? Hello.
Ditty box. How are you?
It's a ditty box.
Ditty box, yes.
What does ditty mean?
You put your little ditties in it. So Captain Cook may have had this on board his ship on the Endeavour, and he would then put all these little ditties in it.
What are ditties?
Just little bits and pieces, collectible things from natives or.
Oh,
that
like
sort
bits
of
and
thing.
bobs, we would call it.
Yeah, bits. Yeah, that's it.
It's a bits and bobs box.
So that's a technical term, is it? Bits and bobs box?
That's my technical term for it, yeah.
OK, you have won another £300.
Excellent.
Bringing your
Brilliant.
total to
Fantastic.
£600.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, you've lost a little bit now, something like a minute over, but not too bad. And remember, we don't stop the clock again until it's all done. Let's start the clock now and read out clue number 4, Susie.
Clue number 4 then.
Let's go for it.
Embark to Faulty's chambermaid. Do as traitors did and down some ports. Sounds good, Dermot. Pilot a course to Napier's concept shortly.
Yes, embark to Faulty's chambermaid, do as traitors did and down some port, pilot a course to Napier's
Faulty's
concept shortly.
chambermaid. Okay.
Well, down some port, it's...
Let's look up
We've had a lot of naval clues there, haven't we?
Faulty's chambermaid was Polly, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Was
Okay.
Yes,
Polly.
that's
Nice
right.
one.
Connie Booth, wasn't it?
That's right.
Okay.
So, something to do with Polly. Embark.
Embark to Faulty's chambermaid.
Bark. Embark.
Is there a reference to Polly?
Polly, anything.
Embark, but it's broken the way it's spelled.
Staying with this
Polly
nautical theme.
Woodside Melbourne Maritime Museum.
Could
You
be.
just picked that up randomly.
Yeah,
did you?
that was
just
and
hanging
this
by.
is the traitors did in some ports, so we think it could be the maritime.
Well, let's tell
could
Susie.
be the-
Come on, let's tell Susie.
Susie, we think it could be the Maritime Museum that you need to go to.
The Maritime Museum, please, John, towards that way. That would be great.
Which is where?
It's on the Yarra River, and
Yes.
it's near the Melbourne Exhibition Centre.
Melbourne Exhibition Centre.
Which
Let's have a look for that.
and near the casino. The casino, the exhibition centre.
Casino, Susie.
Near the
Been while away a few
casino,
times
Susie, if
there.
you can go there, and the exhibition centre.
Actually, Chris, you're a bit of a
There's
casino
Polly
lover, aren't you?
Woodside.
Yes. No, I just been to Las Vegas last
Do
year,
you think
which
it's
was
any
great.
reference to Polly Woodside? at
Polly,
Duke's Dock?
okay.
You say you've been to
Yeah,
Las
it must be.
Vegas?
Yeah, it was
It's
marvellous. I
Polly
won,
Woodside.
won,
It's hilarious
won
there, isn't it?
$400 on the slot machine, so it was excellent.
What, in one go?
Yeah.
You
Ka-ching,
won?
ka-ching, ka-ching.
Ching.
Brilliant.
Well, you might be
Okay,
able to
Polly-
do better than that today.
Susie, you need to go to Polly Woodside, which is on Duke's Dock. Polly Woodside is the Melbourne Maritime Museum, and it's here. Chris,
Melbourne
look, it's here.
Maritime.
Okay,
So
we've
it's
got
down
it.
here. It's on
Far
right
left
at the
of our
far
map.
left of the map, near the big exhibition
it.
centre. You can see it.
Great.
That's
Fantastic.
it. Fantastic.
And if you can land there somewhere probably near the exhibition centre, do as the traitors did and
Do as the
down
traitors
some
did and
ports.
down
We'll
some
get
Yes,
to
let me
the-
just tell John, can we
of
land
Ports
this?
of
Can we
Drink,
land,
please.
please?
Can we get the helicopter and bring Susie's
Maritime
helicopter
Museum.
outside?
And it's
I'm a
close to
stickler
that.
for this,
Thank
so
you.
let's put it the right
Let me
way
just
up.
show you. We're just going along the Yarra River now, and we're practically on top of it. Actually, you can just see the
Excellent.
building there. So we should be there.
Two.
So, okay, when I
Napier's
get
concept.
there,
I'm going to look up
Yeah.
Napier.
Look up Napier, that's a good idea.
Napier's
Pilot a course.
concept.
There's a lot of nautical stuff here. Embark.
Embark.
what do you think about when I land?
Look at
What
the
do
way
you
it's
think?
spelt.
Okay, Napier's concept.
B-A-R-Q-U-E.
Napier's concept could
Do as traitors did and down some port.
Okay, the Australian Napier
There's
Allen.
Port Phillip Bay Wall inside the
There's four
aquarium.
Napiers.
Is the
There's one
aquarium there
Napier.
then?
Any
Russell
Australian
Napier. The Australian Napier is Russell Napier, an actor, an Australian-born
There's an old
actor.
boat here. There's a really old
Appeared in numerous
boat.
parts and officials. Played the chief in the Scotland
Julia,
Yard.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I
it
can.
an old
Yes, hello.
boat?
We're just landing at the dock now.
Okay.
I can see a really old boat in the dock. Now, what am I looking for when I land?
You need to do as the traitors did and down some port. So, is there somewhere where were the traitors of the ship sent? Do you think it was somewhere they were sent to the gallows?
Do you mean like what?
They-
Traitors.
Do they
Keel
traitor?
them,
They
they,
have to walk the boards.
Well, they still...
Traitors. They have to walk the board,
Captain,
don't they?
walk the plank,
They do.
walk the plank,
Is there
that's
a
it.
That's right.
Plank, that's it. I'm getting mixed up with acting.
Tread the boards.
Stupid ball.
So if you can go onto the ship and near the plank
There is the ship
to Napier's
Polly
concept.
Woodside.
on the Polly. Is that the old ship?
There
Susie,
is a ship called
There's a ship
Polly
Go
called
to
the
the
Polly
ship.
Woodside, yeah.
is it called the Polly Woodside, Susie?
I'll tell you in a minute. I just.
And she was
Let me just
renamed
get
the
through it.
Rona, so
it
she
should
might
be
be called
moored
the
in the
Rona.
port. And we need the course for Napier's concept. And the
Also, I
only
think a
We
very
need to
good
find
way
something
Have
boys.
we linked to
Napier. Is there
Napier?
any
Like
nautical,
it,
a Napier linked to
Never mind.
sailing or
Well, the only-
anyone Napier?
no more
Polly-
Napier. So
right.
that's the Napier.
His concept.
Let's have a
Polly
look.
Woodside. They're at the Polly Woodside Melbourne Maritime Museum.
That's
Oh,
it.
right,
and
okay.
we think the
There is
traitors.
a ship called the
the
Polly
latest
Woodside.
concept
Julia just
is-
found you looking up
Do
who's
you
who in
want
the
me to go
movies
on the boat?
Napier.
Do,
That's
don't
probably
you?
Oh, that's
No,
probably
that's
the
not
best
very
one. We
useful.
need who's who in.
Where's the I'll do the
Yeah,
biographical
see if we
one.
can
Well done, Napier. Find out who
No, no.
Napier was.
Napier.
Go on, Susie.
Julia, do you want me on the boat?
We do.
We do. We want you on the boat, and we think we want you near where the traitors went. Somewhere to maybe to the plank.
Walking
we
the
think
plank.
Walking the plank, Susie. We think the reference refers
Walk
to
the
walking
plank.
the plank.
We've got to find this Napier reference. Remember, you're a minute
Okay.
behind. We've got
What
to
does
make this
dance
time
and
back.
port mean?
That's
What about
Try
dance
my
and port?
best
Hello.
to- Napier.
And is there Napier's concept? Can you
What
look
is
up the
Napier's
words for Napier?
concept? Trying to find
Port's
Napier
nautical
first.
expression, isn't it?
Chris,
What
is
does
there
that
anything
mean?
there on
I'm
Napier
just
on
trying to
the-
find something on Napier.
Napier's concept. N-A-P-I-E-R.
What about port?
N-E-P.
Port is a...
Port.
Napier.
Port
Got loads
hole.
of them here.
Port hole. No, port. Port, is that
Down
the,
some port,
is that
we-
this end?
We're down the port, down the into the
Is that the
dock.
front of the boat?
Is it an old boat, Susie? Is there a plank?
Yeah, port. No. You know when you port starboard, quarter
Oh,
deck.
of
Yeah,
course.
could be that.
Port starboard, which is that left.
Which side is that?
You got me there.
Well, the port side is the left-hand side.
It is.
Right,
Port
okay.
side's the left.
Down
it's
to
the
the
left-hand
port.
side.
The left-hand
Hold on, we've got a John
side.
It's the
Navy here.
left-hand
He
side, yeah.
he
This
invented
side then, isn't it?
logarithms. His most famous invention of logarithms.
Well, past the rigging.
Formulated to simplify computation, his system used the natural logarithm base e, but it was modified to
Right,
delta. So
let me tell you what.
born in
I can
Edinburgh.
see. Right, so I'm walking up the boat. I've got. So this is the port on the left-hand side.
What was his concept? Was logarithm. That's the Napier's concept was logarithms, which is mathematical tables, mathematical
Yes.
tabulation.
Do I
Not
need
much
to
to
go
do with sailing. What about-
downstairs?
So it's to do with
Maybe they
ship
were
references and to
Maybe
do with
get
sailing
downstairs.
references.
Let's try downstairs.
But what about-
I'm going downstairs. Can you hear me still?
Yes,
Yeah,
go
we
on,
can
Going
Susie.
downstairs. Is there?
I'm downstairs.
Are there any logs? Is
Logs.
it's the ship's logbook?
Yeah,
It's
captain's
the logbook.
log.
The ship's
Captain's
log.
log.
Can you
That'll
go
be
to
at
the
the front,
logbook?
won't it?
And pilot,
Would
of
that be in the
course,
front
is...
of the
Concept
ship?
is logarithms,
Yeah,
and
pilots
it's the.
And pilots,
Yeah,
Of
pilots
course,
would
it's
lead the ship.
on the ship.
Is there a cabin there where they did the navigating, or
Is it the captain's log? Susie, can you go to the captain's quarters?
Is it Star Trek?
Or a pilot's
The captain's
quarters?
log?
It might
well,
be.
there is?
It could be.
Everyone's going
Is it?
Star Trek here.
Captain's
Susie
log.
mentioned Captain's Log.
That's a book about knots.
It's a few centuries after.
I mean, I really
Is there a
book about
pilot's cabin or something like that,
Just keep walking
Susie?
in all the rooms.
There should be a captain's room and there should be the captain's
There is the
logbook.
captain's cabin.
The captain's cabin.
In the Polly Wood side. It's downstairs,
No,
but we've not got a map
log-
or anything.
We've got no pictures at all of the ship.
I'm trying to
So we
got
think
another
it's
one
in
there.
Well, that's the actual ship, but there's no
any
sort
other
of...
references.
We need to make that this time.
So where's the
Susie,
captain's cabin? Is that
Yeah,
upstairs?
captain's
Yeah, the
cabin.
captain's cabin, and we think the logbook.
the ship's log
Oh, here
should
we
be
go, the
there.
Pollywood side. Welcome to the Pollywood side.
Excellent.
Here we go.
Where's the...
Is there anything...
No, it would be at the front of the captain's
more on the
cabin,
actual
wouldn't it? It
ship
wouldn't be up
itself.
there.
Pirate ship
layout.
navigation. I've got a.
Is this the captain's cabin? Oh, hang on. Is this the log? This is the logbook, 15th of May, 16th
Right.
of May.
Is there a clue
Is there
there?
a clue? Can you find a clue on the log?
Around it?
Yes, yes.
Right, can we do that?
excellent.
Right, we've got to move on.
It's behind,
Yes.
it's behind the compass logbook.
Okay.
Come on then,
Okay, well
last
done.
clue.
Thank
We'll
you, Susie.
find out
Well
the time
done.
in a
Okay,
minute.
okay,
That's
listen.
another
Fly
£600.
east.
You've got
We're listening.
£400. You've got £1,000.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Fly east to West's powerful man, then run the vivarium. At Newmarket's Auctioneer Theatre, get help. It's clue 5, see?
Okay, so fly east, well, go east.
How could well be Batman? And there's lots of references to Batman. There's Batman Park and there's
Good
also
man.
Batman Avenue.
Fly
It's
east
got
to west.
things here.
Fly east to West's
And it
powerful
was
man.
Adam West.
Adam
as
West.
was
Batman.
Batman. So
Hey,
it's
there's
the
a man
powerful
who
man to run
has
to the-
spent too much time in front of his
Vivarium.
desk.
Vivarium. What's a vivarium?
What's a
I will look
vivarium?
it up.
I
Look
thought
it
it was
up.
some kind of greenhouse, but maybe not.
Okay, fly east to West, powerful man. We found a Batman Park. Adam West played Batman in the television series. There is a Batman Park, so if you could head there for us, Susie. And this is flying, and usually Susie doesn't normally fly between clues 4 and 5.
Hello,
but
hi.
Susie, we need you to fly across the river. It's just across the river, isn't it?
Yeah, it's literally across the river.
There's one bridge, the
Yes.
Spencer Street Bridge. You should see it straight in front of you, into Batman Park. Right, run to the
Okay.
vivarium. What's that?
Vivarium. I've got the definition of vivarium. An article enclosure for keeping or raising living animals, such as a
Right.
park, a fish pond, or a glass-sized box.
It's animals
So
again,
we
Susie.
think it's animals. It's animals. There's a
Just to warn
vivarium.
you. Animals coming up.
It's Auctioneer Theatre. Get
And
help.
Newmarket, what's Newmarket's
Right.
option?
Animal?
Oh, it could be. There's an animal auction. Newmarket's auctioneer is. Is there a
what?
reference there?
Well, Newmarket's horses, isn't it?
No, there's nothing there
Well, it's a
referring
horse
to...
auction. Newmarket would be. It's a theatre. Is there a?
Get help.
You.
It's clue 5,
We
see?
need to get to Batman Park, John,
We
please.
know it's clue 5.
Just over the river,
Is
yeah,
it
thank
some
you.
reference to 5C
No,
of
no,
some
no,
sort?
It's the
But
vivarium,
5C,
which is
okay.
What have we got so far, then?
Susie, get to Batman Park. Some kind of... Have we got anything on Batman
it's
Park?
Batman
Yeah.
Park, and it's
Some kind of vivarium.
Some-
Vivarium is...
an artificial enclosure for keeping animals or horses.
Right.
Newmarket
Horses.
reference to horses.
Yeah.
So we think it may be a horse enclosure in Batman Park.
Okay.
yeah.
Is there a horse enclosure? Is there
Do
any?
you want me to land it at the park?
Yes,
We do.
If you
please.
can, please, Susie, and if you can tell us what you
Absolutely,
can
we're
see
on our
there,
way.
anything to do with horses.
Give us about a minute, I reckon.
She's about
Put
a
your
minute
foot
away.
down, John. John's doing a sterling job for us, as indeed are Warwick and Rick.
Australian. No, it's none of those.
Keeping up.
Have we got something on the park? Have we got
nothing
anything
in
on
that one.
Batman's
No, I
Park?
can't find anything
We
on
need
the
something
park
on
yet.
Batman's Park. Have we got a leaflet on Batman's Park? All the horses.
have another
Newmarket's
look.
Auctioneer Theatre, get help. What does that mean?
Get help. That means
Good
ask someone, I
question.
suspect, Susie. That's your forte.
Right,
Newmarket's
thanks for
option.
that, Dermy.
No, it's the auctioneer. It's clue
Might we
5,
just-
see?
5C.
Okay.
would be,
5C. 5C, is that a good reference?
Oh, there's an
Aquarium there as
Okay.
well, beside Batman Park.
Feeding sharks in the rain.
Okay, 5C.
Susie, we found some sharks for you.
A vivarium can also be.
So what happened to the horses? I like that idea.
Or it can be
Yeah.
such as a park. It can also be a fish pond or a glass-sided
It
box.
will be because
Right,
it's the
an
Melbourne
aquarium
An
would
Aquarium.
suit.
aquarium. It could be the aquarium.
Right, okay.
Well, I've just flown over the aquarium.
We want you to go
so
to the aquarium, Susie. It's your last shot. You've got about
Oh,
90
Susie,
seconds
can you go
left.
to the...
We can't land right. Yes, the aquarium.
Aquarium. A few
Okay.
markets auctioneer
it's the
theatre. This is
aquarium.
sign
Did I get
5C.
there? Or am I looking for a tank? 5C.
We think so.
Oh man,
Are the tanks labelled? Are the tanks got different references on them?
I'm not there yet.
Oh, but she get to the aquarium now. She will get to
Right,
the aquarium.
thank you.
So we think it's going to be
Got
there.
to. I'm going to. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, come on. Quick, quick.
Remember the Newmarket.
You've got to keep up.
Newmarket's auctioneer theatre.
Oh, no.
Have a look and see.
Look, fish finder.
Come on. Oh man.
Are you there yet, Susie?
No.
Finding
Move, seagulls, move.
Where would it be?
Thank you. There's no reference here for aquarium at all.
Tattersalls, that's where they do the horse sales.
Yeah.
Tattersalls
Okay.
Ocean Theatre.
There we go then.
Right,
Right,
there.
so it's there. This is it. It's here,
Yeah.
not it? And the main oceanarium is
So you
there.
go,
Right,
you
get
go
there,
inside
Susie.
the aquarium.
Am I looking for sharks?
And
Into
it's
the
on-
aquarium.
The Tattersalls
Yeah.
Theatre.
Tattersalls Ocean Theatre.
5C, it's a theatre. We've done seats before.
Yeah,
5C.
5C.
Seat
number-
5C in the theatre.
5C in
Which is
Tattersalls
upstairs.
Ocean Theatre.
Which is...
No, it's
Oh,
downstairs.
well, it would be
Running
upstairs,
out of
wouldn't it?
time.
places up here, the seating places.
I can't get across the road until the car stops.
Oh, it's going
Can't
to
get
wait
across
for the
the road.
traffic.
Yes, I can go.
Go on, baby. Go,
Can you run
Susie.
And into the aquarium.
Right, you've got 50. You've got
Into the
50 seconds
aquarium.
left, Susie. How far to the
How long?
aquarium?
I'm in.
Right,
Five
Tattersalls
Theatre.
Ocean Theatre.
5C.
Which floor have you
Level
come in on?
B2 it's on.
Level B, what? No, B1.
It's downstairs.
Yeah, it's basement, I think.
Downstairs or up?
Subspace. Yeah.
Subspace.
You think it's down here?
It's
You
in the
don't think-
subspace.
But if
30
she goes
seconds,
through
Susie.
Which
there-
is the green
Where's the
area.
basement?
She's got to run
Where's the
round
theatre?
through the fishbowl, up the stairs, into the riding queuing
She's
area.
doing it right
She's
now.
at 5C.
5C.
Tattersalls
Quick.
Ocean Theatre is what
Which
you
one?
want.
B1 or B2?
Come on, Susie.
Oh!
5C.
15 seconds, Susie.
Susie.
What's happening?
We've got to get it. Come on.
10
Hurry up,
seconds.
lift. Hurry up, lift. Where are the
5,
seats?
4, 3,
Hurry up, lift.
2, 1. Time is up.
Oh dear.
No!
I think she's lost in the bowels of the Ocean World, or
Ocean
whatever it is, the
World.
Melbourne Aquarium. Well, bad luck.
Oh
Got
dear.
£1,000. You
Yes.
cracked the clue, though.
Yes.
We got
Well
the
done,
clue.
we did
We
that.
did.
Susie, just let us know, where was it? Was it in the theatre?
Hang on. Right, let's run down
This
here.
aquarium holds 2.2
Can I?
millimetres of water.
Excuse me. Hello. Sorry to interrupt.
Where are you,
Can I
Susie?
speak to that man?
Did you get near?
I'm just going to talk to the guy in the tank.
Come around here.
Hello, this is Susie from Treasure Hunt. Have you got a clue for me in there? Have you got some treasure? He's just looking to find it for us. Oh, guys, we needed another minute to get this. Oh, there it was.
That was the fun.
Probably wouldn't have found it even if we got her in there, because we were thinking seats again after the Melbourne cricket ground.
Told us the seat.
There's a number 5 on the door.
Right.
And that's where the clue was, well, the treasure was, just underneath that door. That was what the 5 meant. I'm really sorry.
No, you tried. Thank you
Thanks
very
much. You did really well. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Susie.
You've won £1,000. I hope you've enjoyed your day with us
Absolutely.
here at
It's been
Treasure.
great. It's been really
had
good.
great fun
We've had a
having
great
you here.
time. Thank you very much.
Susie, I know you've had a wonderful time as well. Thank you for running around and finding all those clues as ever. That's it from Melbourne tonight. Do join us next time for another day in the skies. Until then, goodbye.
And this time next week, The Simpsons are back on BBC Two. Coming up next, Top of the Pops 2.